Let's talk about a football club that is, at the same time, a massive success story and, for a lot of people, a symbol of everything that's wrong with a modern game. We're going to unpack the full story of RB Leipzig.
I mean, just look at their record on paper. It's kind of nuts. They're consistently in the Champions League. They've won Germany's biggest cup competition twice. And they did all of this after being founded in 2009. That is an absolutely meteoric rise.
And that right there is the big question, isn't it? Their success on the field is undeniable, but it's how they got there that lights the fire. It really only tells you half the story.
To really get what's going on, we have to go back in time, back before RB Leipzig was even a thing. This is when the company, Red Bull, was trying everything to get into German football, and just failing, again and again.
For years, Red Bull just kept hitting a wall. See, they ran straight into the heart of German football culture, the famous 50+1 rule. Now, what this rule does is it makes sure that the club's members, the fans, always hold the majority of voting rights. This stops any single company from just coming in and taking total control. So fans at traditional clubs like Dusseldorf and St. Pauli, they protested like crazy to protect that. The message was loud and clear. You can't just buy our club.
So after getting shut down over and over again, they pivoted. They came up with a new strategy, one that was so clever and honestly so audacious, it was going to change the game in Germany for good.
Their eyes landed on Leipzig. It was just perfect. Here you have a city with this incredible football history. I mean, the German FA was literally founded there. But the city was just starving for a top-tier team. It even had this huge modern stadium just sitting there, left over from the 2006 World Cup, basically waiting for a team to move in. The potential was massive.
And this is where you see just how smart they were about this. They couldn't call the team Red Bull Leipzig, right? The DFB rules wouldn't allow it. So what did they do? They called it Rasenball Sport Leipzig. It literally translates to Lawn Ball Sports Leipzig. Yeah, it sounds a little weird, but look at the initials, RB. They got the branding they wanted while still technically playing by the rules.
Okay, so here's the masterstroke. Instead of trying to buy a big, famous club, they went way down to the 5th division, where those strict DFB rules didn't really apply. They found this tiny club, SSV Markranstädt, and they didn't buy the club itself. No, they bought its playing license. And with that license in their back pocket, they founded a totally new club, RB Leipzig, and essentially just dropped it into the league structure to start the climb.
So, the path was clear, the money was there, and what happened next was one of the fastest, most relentless climbs anyone in football has ever seen.
So picture this. It's 2009. This brand new club with these huge, crazy ambitions is starting its life in Germany's 5th division, the Oberliga. They're playing in small stadiums in front of just a few thousand people.
And in just 8 years, they shot up through 4 divisions to hit their goal, promotion to the Bundesliga. 8 years. Think about that for a second. That's 8 years to go from the amateur leagues to playing against giants like Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund.
And you know what? They didn't just show up to the party, they kicked the door down. By 2023, they had already lifted the DFB Pokal, Germany's most important cup, 2 times. This cemented their place, not just as another team, but as a real powerhouse.
And all of this incredible success brings us right back to that central conflict we started with. It's created this huge divide in how people see this club and what it stands for.
And this right here, it sums it all up perfectly. You've got 2 completely opposite ways of looking at it. On one side, you have the purists. To them, RB Leipzig is a plastic club, a marketing project that just doesn't have the soul of a traditional fan-owned team. But on the other side, you have the pragmatists. They see it as a fantastic thing, bringing top-level, winning football back to a region in the former East Germany that was desperate for it.
In the end, the story of RB Leipzig isn't really just about one club. It's bigger than that. It forces football fans everywhere to ask a really tough question. What do we actually value most in sports? Is it the history, the tradition, the community, or is it innovation and success no matter how you get there? It's a question that keeps this one of the most fascinating stories in the world of football.